All right, welcome in everyone. This is Alan Elliott for AE Fitness, and we're here with another Zoom Spotlight client interview. So my guest today is the amazing Jerry Patman joining us. Welcome in, Jerry. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Yeah, great, great.
Good,
Well,
good.
Jerry's very special, near and dear to me. We've been training together for over, I want to say about 6 years now, right?
Yeah, seem pretty close to that.
Yep,
Definitely.
yep.
Yep. Yep.
And we're kindred spirits, like-minded, former athletes, but just trying to, stay in that physical shape. And now I'm a new father, so I think Jerry agrees with me. We want to have a father figure, but no dad bod, right?
No doubt about that, man. No doubt. It's
Absolutely.
for me. I found myself headed that direction, and
Hmm.
I had to make some changes, man. Had to make some changes.
Okay, yeah, well, we can definitely dive into that. So, Jerry, we'll just start off. What motivated you initially to start working with me?
Well, I tell you, it was a thing of watching you practice what you preach, and then seeing you
Hmm.
work with some of your clients. I know sometimes you would walk by, then I'd ask you a few questions, and just kind of checking out your demeanor. And it seemed I just got the vibe from you that you really care about your clientele, your professionalism, how you conduct yourself, and then of course you practice what you preach. So
Hmm.
basically the way it look, you're your own best marketing, so to speak.
Okay.
And being in shape and practicing what you preach and your professionalism, and then also kind of looking at myself from a standpoint of using older techniques that no longer work. I
Hmm.
felt like I was stagnant in what I was doing. It was just a pleasure talking to you and the conversations we had prior to me signing up with you as to basically me getting confidence in that what you're doing.
Okay.
You walk the walk, you talk the talk,
Yes, sir.
and that made it an easy decision for me.
Okay, that's great. Well, I'm really happy to hear that feedback, and I know that initially, in our journey, we've had some ups and some downs, and definitely had a lot of great wins together. What specific goals did you initially set out to work with to achieve when we started together? What were your initial goals?
Oh, well, definitely weight loss. Obviously weight loss. I think you probably hear that all the time, especially coming from us guys. We want to lose the weight, the body fat, and build the muscle. So, and,
Hmm.
and I'm right along with that. Is losing the body fat, build the muscle. I would say also, but with my situation being a little different as well is with the health issues I was having at the time. Increasing the flexibility.
Okay,
Reducing pain, just overall better health is what I would.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I like that summary. And people talk about better health. Some of the benefits of better health, like you said, weight loss, reducing inflammation, and then being pain free and increasing your mobility.
Yes, definitely, most
Okay.
definitely.
And then I guess a segue into that, Jerry, would be, can you share any challenges you faced along the way and how you overcame them?
Right. Yeah, definitely for me, the challenge at that point in time and going back and giving a little bit more detail on my health challenges at the time is currently I've received two hip replacements.
Okay.
And when I first initially came to you, at that point in time both legs were in pretty tough condition. So
Hmm.
it was a thing of trying to reduce weight, gain back strength in the legs, to help me again with the mobility and flexibility, and also prepare me for the surgeries that I knew I was going to that I was going to need. So
Okay.
recovery would be a whole lot
Yes.
better. The program you put me on helped me to lose that weight, helped me to
Hmm.
strengthen my legs. Again, flexibility, and I think I've told you this before. It was kind of like having a combination of a trainer and physical therapist. So
Oh,
it worked.
yes.
It worked out perfect.
Excellent. So basically, what I heard, and we're just recapping because I know we have so much history together. The doctors that were concerned about your hips, and they were suggesting surgery, but they also said, hey, if you get in shape before this surgery, it'll improve your recovery time.
Oh, no doubt about it. I
Yeah.
think it decreased my recovery time perfectly. As a matter of fact,
Mhm.
one of the physicians that I work with, the operating surgeon, when I told him I was working with a personal trainer and pulled up one of your pictures, the whole nine, and told him what you had me doing, stuff like that. He was like, "Well, yeah, you already have what you need in regards to that. So we're not going to sign you up for PT here." So that was, I thought that was a testament to you working with me, what you've done, the course you've set me on.
Mhm.
To have my orthopedic physician just forego the Emory PT and
Okay.
say basically you already have that.
Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm happy you sharing that with me because I know, pre-surgery they probably would say PT, but it sounds like because you already had a trainer, they're like, "Oh, you're good. You can just continue what you're doing." But
Yeah.
then you did have to do physical therapy post-surgery, right? Okay, so they even were hands off there too. And then I think for me, learning, I had worked with clients previous to you who had knee surgery. I was trying to be diligent to make sure we not only worked on just traditional strength training, but like you mentioned, Jerry, building in that physical therapy blend. That way, nothing was neglected, and you can make maximum gains in recovery. And can you share any specific or achievements or milestones you reached during your training? And maybe if you want to break it down, because I want everyone to know you have had two hip replacements. So if you want to break down your achievements from that first one to the second one, and then where you are now, I'd be happy to
Right.
hear that.
One of my concerns with the two replacements and wanting to lose weight, one of my concerns was how can it be effective when I'm limited in my movement? One of the wonderful things that you did in working with me is you tailored the exercises to what I was capable of doing. At the same time, not endanger me or make the situation tougher than it had to be. So basically putting me on, modifying a lot of different exercises, allowing me to, for example, like the jumping jacks, modifying my jumping jacks,
Yes.
just different things that you put together to allow me to get my heart rate up, to burn
Right.
calories, but not stress the joints any further than where I was at. And I think
Yes.
me coming into that, I was thinking that my weight loss will be minimal. Think I went before any of the hip surgeries took place. I believe I lost between 50 and 60 pounds. Uh,
Yes.
that's a testament to what you bring into the table, the science behind the exercises, the not putting any additional stress on my body than
Correct.
what was already. That was a goal to lose weight. I had no idea I could lose that much with my
Mm,
with limited mobility, but working with you, we found a way, and so I was grateful for that. And after surgery, after the first one, trying to work within having one leg completed and the other one scheduled, I think we found a way to maintain. Things didn't get out of hand. We were able to kind of maintain and challenge one leg and try to help the other to heal at the same time,
yeah.
finding that balance. And of course, after getting both done, again, we had that rehab period. And I have to go back to saying, when I say rehab period, because you were my physical therapist during that time, helping me get through that. And now I feel great. I would say, as far as strength, I never thought I'd be back to doing deadlifts again. Simple things like, tying your shoe or getting up off the floor in free
Mm,
space, stuff that I just kind of took for granted, and now able to do that with no issues whatsoever. I think at last check, I think that we might have been around 70 as far as total weight loss, feeling stronger. So I'm definitely very pleased, and it's been a win-win.
I'm really happy you encapsulated your journey. And like you just mentioned, we had double hip replacement. So there was the prep time for the surgery, recovery, maintain, prep again, surgery, recover, and you're back down to your goal weight or when we lost that initial weight. So you've hit both milestones twice now.
It was surprising and tough the first time, and the second time it's just a little bit, just being a little bit more patient, but obviously being able to move a lot
Yes.
more, and obviously able to do a lot more different exercises and have and incorporate more intensity has helped, and I'm excited about where I'm at and where I'm going.
That's awesome. What would you say sets your training experience apart with other programs you may have tried in the past? I guess
Your professionalism, how you care about the client. One of the things that I see in you that I haven't seen in the past is, getting the science behind the exercise. That, when you perform an exercise, you want to
Mhm.
know why you're doing it and what it does. I think sometimes we can just get caught up into just doing it because we've seen others do it, and it may not be the right exercise for you, based on whatever your health situation is, or lack of movement, or
Correct.
your physical level at that time. So
Mhm.
I think you've been really good at catering to my fitness level, and
Perfect.
in setting up a plan to challenge that every week, to just get a little bit better every week. And then again, going back to overall health and well-being, it's not a thing of, one of the things I enjoy work with you. It's not a thing of come in and, as they say, slang the weights and leave. It's like, let's do a proper warm up. Let's gradually ease the weights up. Let's ease into it. Let's do a proper cool down. Let's
Yeah.
stretch. Let me give you some exercises to do at home that's going to help you do this. And then also, it's the things you do that, when we're not, like, in your studio, like,
Okay.
under your eyesight, so to speak. You being accessible. That's
Yes.
huge. Checking in from time to time to see what we're doing. And then, when we do come back into the studio, asking, what did I do for the week? And then kind
Correct.
of getting around that, and then giving a plan for the upcoming workouts. So that's really beneficial. So that's
Mhm.
something I think that sets you apart from everybody else, because it's, everybody else can, that I experience will set up a plan. You come in, you do those exercises, and then it's like, see you next week. And
Oh, I see.
you kind of, as soon as you walk out of the doors, you kind of lost.
Mm.
And with you, it's totally different. You can, again, it's your professionalism. You care about the client, and your commitment, overall commitment to the client, really shows in what you do.
I appreciate that, Jerry. And speaking of that care, both inside and outside the gym, we did use a system. Tell me a little bit about our system of what we call the biweekly check-in. How do you think that helped you feel like you're on the right track and make progress toward your goals?
Oh, they kept me accountable, and I like that, because one of the things that when you have someone that, that cares about your overall well-being, and it comes through, like, what I pick up from you, how it comes through. You don't want to disappoint. Kind of like, it's and I don't want to say it's like, if it is a added pressure, it's a good pressure. It's a good kind
Oh,
of,
yes.
because I want to obviously progress on my own, but then I also want you to see me progressing. So that accountability is huge, and
Yeah.
I like that. You don't really feel like you're on this journey by yourself.
Okay. Great.
I think a lot of times when we're in public gyms, that's why you try to sometimes pinpoint a gym partner to work with, someone to hold you accountable, and
Hmm.
it just makes the workouts better. And that's what I appreciate with you, is that you hold us accountable,
Yes, sir.
and that's huge.
Absolutely.
I'll also say, even from the diet standpoint, when you ask me, hey, well, what are you eating? And try this or try that. And then
Yeah.
I think it's really tough to come in if my weight is climbing, to tell you that I'm kind of, eating the way you're telling me to eat. Because in your
Yeah.
mind, you would think, like, nah, if you were eating what I told you to eat, you can't really fudge that. So it goes back to accountability, man. That's huge.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Those words on accountability and the game plan we kind of mapped out for you. And now that you reached some of these highs, how do you envision your fitness journey progressing in the future, or how do you feel I may be able to continue to support you?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, just with the fitness industry is always changing.
Mm,
I think with you staying on top of what's going on, from a knowledge standpoint, the science behind it, from communication between, you and I, in regards to where I'm at from a health standpoint, and
yes.
being able to cater a fitness plan to my specific needs. I can definitely see myself coming to you for a long time to come. Again, the accountability factor. But I still want to continue to lose the body fat, and I still want to continue to, put on additional muscle. And I think that, overall fitness, your overall well-being is a lifestyle. And I think having someone like you in my corner to help me continue that is very beneficial.
Yeah, we do have a few things on the bucket list. We had talked about you getting ready for the Tough Mudder.
No
That
doubt.
That could be a reality here pretty soon.
It's been a pleasure. You've turned huge hurdles into small ones, and the accountability factor, the programs, everything you put together has been a huge plus. Again, greatly appreciated.
Excellent. Well, Jerry, I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to, highlight some of the things we've done together. And I also wanted to use this opportunity to honor you because I'm a big believer that, teamwork makes the dream work. And you're definitely part of the AE Fitness team. I'm happy to have you as an ambassador. And if we're in person, we would fist bump, but we'll just do a fist bump to the camera.
Good enough.
So
Good enough.